Hello, listeners. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Laurence Colletti, executive producer for Legal Talk Network, and it's with much enjoyment that I present the following episode highlighting the 2019 Global Legal Hackathon's finalists from New York City. My guess is there's a few of you out there who aspire to create technology for the legal profession. You might even think you have the next big idea. If I'm talking to you, I highly encourage you to participate in a hackathon. The following production was recorded at the 2019 Global Legal Hackathon, and it features the top 3 teams from the New York chapter of that event. What you're about to hear is an abbreviated version of their final presentations. Can you pick the winning team? I bet you can. But hang on for the ending. The results, they might surprise you. We now cut to our episode, already in progress, starting with the team named Contract App.
All right, tell me when to start. All right, so this is the Contract App. We'll go quickly through a few slides, but basically there's a lot of technology out there. Unfortunately, from the contract management perspective, it's been around forever, but they're still getting rated very poorly, the lowest out of all technologies in the legal space. When it comes to NDAs even, something that's very simple, we're still paying a lot of money for them. And that's just looking at a one-sided agreement, not thinking about the other party. So a lot of people will start to blame the technology. They think they're getting lied to. But I think the fact is the technology is fine. It's not a magic button, and it's just thinking about where you could fit into that process. There is a lot of time that goes in up front, building the right process, re-engineering your process, decomplexifying, standardizing, defining the gray area. So that's where we started here. So looking at the content itself and then building a solution around it. So working at the contract level, back to plain English, using reasonable starting positions, coming up with fallback positions for how you're going to negotiate, decomplexifying the NDA into different pieces so you could individually... Sorry, this is killing my time. So we see here starting in jot forms, filling out the form, collecting information, pretty similar. Still an experience for in-house lawyers that costs a lot of money to get this kind of system in place. If you went through a big contract lifecycle management implementation, which I did when I was in-house, you could pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get something basic like this, if you could believe it. So we're gonna go through here, collecting basic information. We selected the send through DocuSign route, but there's also other routes that we'll take a look at. So once this gets finished, well, we could have sped it up a little bit. Huh? Speed up a little bit. I don't know if I can speed up on the fly, unfortunately. But you'll see for every consistent for both parties. All right, so we have 1 minute, so let me flop to, all right, do you want to do the, should we do the blockchain piece then?
Yeah, sure.
But let's just for a second, just to see, so this was the second party getting the agreement, opening it up, some of the information's there, they fill out the stuff that's not there, and then it gets routed from there and executed. Where's the other one? Oh, it's this one. Please.
Right, so once the recipient signs it, document sends a webhook, and we built it on AWS, where we have a API gateway, and it takes the document and hashes the contents and anchors it on LTO blockchain's network. So there's like a third-party.
And there's also a third-party route as well, where a third-party system can digest the document and bring it back in the structure.
Okay, I still don't know what I'm buying. What are you selling me? And I realize the time is really short, and it's really hard for all you guys. So that's why I'm not trying to be snarky. I'm just
so for starting with basic contract types, a way to get them done significantly more affordably and efficiently.
Sorry, let me just stop you there. So you're selling me software and I input my own content, or you're selling me content
Both.
And the system? Okay.
So the content was developed with one of the big law firms in the city, and trying to get one of the CLM system vendors to build this.
Time.
They wouldn't do it, and then it was it was expensive. Thank you. All right, thank you.
We hope you're enjoying this episode so far. Next up, we'll hear from the team called Classify.
All right, so
Hello everyone, my name is Shivam Satyarthi, and this is my teammate Bliss Hoop, and our project is called Classify.
So can you guys please raise your hand if you had like a ginger ale like today or yesterday? Or like any time at all, like ever. Okay. Okay, so have you guys ever used like Lenovo laptops or something like that? I know I had like an IdeaPad a while back, yep. And did you guys ever use like Charmin, like flush wipes or something like that? Ever use Charmin products? Okay, the point is, if you bought all 3 of those items within the past 5 years, you could be eligible for up to $800 in class action lawsuit money. So you might be asking, what are class action lawsuits? It's a lawsuit in which a group of people with the same or similar injuries caused by the same product or action sue the defendants as a group, and our focus is on consumers who purchased a defective product. And when the class wins the lawsuit, each participant receives some payment.
In the starting 9 months of 2017, a total 3,167 class action lawsuits were filed in California. If you bought that, it will get $31. And now the big one, if you bought a Lenovo laptop, this was $750.
It's all data we aggregated online. It's true data.
And so now when we hit submit, what is it? An Amazon gift card with an amount of $816 is being generated. It's now going to be sent to our email. And
click the...
Okay, and also the other advantage too is that we also generate a legal form that will get submitted to the law firms that has our information already pre-filled out from the information that we provided when we logged in.
And it's with blockchain technology that Infera...
So it uses Integra for blockchain technology, so that way when the law firm receives our notice for compensation, they know that we have verified it with the actual, with Amazon, so that way...
And when they're filing through different claims, they can see that we have higher priority because we've already gone through their entire purchase history.
And as of now, we don't have any competition for our product. It is something that is win-win for Amazon.
It sounds to me like you're in the right area. I get those things, and I'm so frustrated, and I think that I'm getting just a scam.
Exactly.
These class action lawyers are scams. I'm sorry if there's somebody in the room, but you see the fine print, you see the crazy language, and you know they're just going to get their fee. So, and I've passed on a number of these because I said it's not worth it to me. $50 for my wife, this or that. But if I could go and click some buttons and take $40, I would do it. So sorry, I'm making your case. Anyway, I like the concept, but you do have to verify that money's out there, and you have to verify that it's not just Amazon. It's all the credit cards. And
time.
I don't know how you do all that.
Thank you.
Hello, listeners. Cutting in one more time. This last presentation features the team called Femme LeGAL, giving it their all in an attempt to win.
Hi, everyone. As you could tell by that enthusiastic introduction, we're Team Femme LeGAL. And navigating the law can be really difficult. For people that aren't familiar with it, it is something that can kind of feel like a maze. And most importantly, most legal information, even though it's accessible in terms of the actual communication channel, it's still stuck behind a wall of text. So we did a couple of surveys to be able to figure out what people really wanted, and one of the themes that kept coming back was that legal language is difficult to understand, and it's still something that's really intimidating. So we conducted user interviews that echoed that same sentiment. These were the themes that came up and the areas of law that people were most interested in knowing more about. And we're a pretty global team. We're 8 women from 6 different countries, and we realized that this was a global issue, and we wanted to find a way to solve it. So if you're legally lost, we're legally found. So our solution seeks to gamify the law and the legal information that you would need and empower users by doing that. So whether you're someone that's building a business in rural India or a person that's negotiating a contract in New York City, you should be able to have the information at your fingertips in a fun and interactive way. So this is Amy. She's decided that she's going to start
using in the app, you can get more coins. And even if we target 3% of the market, we will still have $566 million obtainable market. So our go-to-market strategies through app stores and also making available to the websites and things that people turn to when they need information. And market penetration, these are the hot topics that we get out of the survey, and we'll try this, creating games with these topics, test it through different markets and go globally in time. Competition, there, non-engaging, non-comprehensible legal aid applications still there, but we're different. and you can see why we're different.
We're happy to take questions on our competitive advantage.
Have you picked your favorite team? Who do you think's going to win? We're going to find out who won soon, because now we're going to hear from the judges. If you got it right, if you got it wrong, let us know what you were thinking via Twitter at the hashtag GLH2019. And now, on to the results.
We are ready to announce the winners. All right, we are going to announce the top three. We'll start with third place. I just really want to thank everybody, regardless of what names are announced here. It's just amazing to me, the energy, and that you're still here and not passed out because it's so hot in here. So I just want to thank everybody and congratulate you for all of the great work that you did. In third place, and we have a little banner, we'd like to have a little photo op here, is Contract App. First and second place difference, 2.5 points. If for any reason first place cannot, I feel like there's the Miss America thing, and which is legitimate. If for some reason the winner can't move on to the virtual semifinal round, we will go to the second place team. Second place team is Femme LeGAL. Drum roll. And the winner is first place, Team Classify. One person with the biggest sign. Great. Thank you, everybody, so much. That's a wrap on GLH 2019 New York. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and if you like what you heard, please find, subscribe, rate, and review us in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or even better, your favorite podcasting app. Until next time, I'm Laurence Colletti. Thank you for listening.
If you'd like more information about what you've heard today, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com. Subscribe via iTunes and RSS. Find us on Twitter and Facebook, or download our free Legal Talk Network app in Google Play and iTunes. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.